Alright, Joyce Trooper Bikeman Performance showing you our Y pipe and how it's working on the Ctec 2 800, the 2018 Cat. I'll show you the Cat on the dyno. It's out there running right now, just warming up. It's at about 100 degrees engine temp, and this pipe is still cold. You can see we're sitting at like right here, 1750 RPM, just kind of warming up. And then on our graph here, blue line is what stock power is, purple line here is what stock torque is, and what the dotted red line is airflow. So you'll see what changes our Y pipe has to the airflow of the motor, horsepower, and torque. And the first run will be a cooler pipe run, so it'll make a little bit more horsepower than what it'll settle out to, and then as the pipe gets hot, it'll find its home where it repeats. And we're doing a run from 6700 to 8400 at a rate of 150 RPM per second. These are our conditions in the dyno room today. We're at 23-degree air temp, less than 0.5% correction, 44% humidity, you know, barometric pressure, and so on. So it's a good day for testing and real accurate to what trail conditions will be. So let's go into a cold pipe run here, and you'll see how the pipe temp affects power output and how that compares to stock. The stock we're on the graph here is a hot run. That's where it settles out to, and you'll see where the Y pipe settles out to as well. First run will make gobs of torque compared to a stock one, or compared to a hot one. And this little dip here is a change in fuel strategy. Once the pipe hit a certain temp, it adds a bunch of fuel once the pipe gets to a certain temperature. Going to another run here. Now it's getting more into its hot pipe fuel strategy. And it'll settle down a little bit more. I'm videoing. Sorry about that. Farmer's making some noise in the background. Sounded like the engine was blowing up, but he's using an impact on table right behind me here, so we'll get some more runs without noise here. And right now the pipe's getting hot up to operating temperature. This is where it would be more in the field while you're driving it. You can see the power just gets more consistent as the pipe gets hot. And I'll get rid of some of the other lines so it's a little bit clearer. Horsepower is from this gain of airflow through the motor. And you know, we're making 162 horse at 8,300, and if we compare that to the stock one, you can see, I mean, it's a pretty good gain here. I'll get the fuel off there so everything's clear. And I mean, you can see it's pretty decent gain the whole way through. And if we go to airflow, we can see how much more air it's consuming. You know, at 8250, it's went from 260 CFM to 266 CFM, and that's where that horsepower is coming from. And the stock fuel mapping is plenty rich for the addition of a Y pipe. Pipe cooled down a little bit so that torque increased, but it gets back up to temp pretty quick there. And I'll do multiple more back-to-back runs just so you can see as it gets nice and hot what it does. Videos like this, let me know what part about it you like, if there's more or less information you want to see. We're just trying to give you a good window into the testing world here at Bikeman, and show you, you know, our dyno is consistent. It does read accurately how we know things are making more power. And you know, I mean, when we're, you know, less than a 1% variance between power outputs here, we can tell if we're making a change that is good or bad. Everything's still, even on that last run, we're still, you know, well over 160. We're at 160.3. So, I mean, what we'll rate this Y pipe at is 160 horse, so a 5 horse gain. And you can see now it's got into its home where it's like super consistent and repeats right on top of the other. In fact, if we lay the last two runs right over the top of each other, we'll show you how accurate we are at this point in time. So that's the last two runs. As you can see, you can hardly see any change between them. And I'm just going to take this off there so it's more visible. This is your torque on the bottom, and this means that the pipe is up to operating temperature, and it's not getting any hotter with each run. And you can see that it does repeat. It's not power fading. It's not a lean run by any means. We're at 587 for brake specifics, which these motors can run down to 5.8, 5.85, and there is all that extra fueling built in. These engines are extremely safe from the factory, and there is enough cushion in there for the addition of the Y pipe. You'll be able to add a power commander and gain a little bit more than this, and so we'll have mapping for that as well. But next step that we'll show you is the addition of the head. So stay tuned to future videos, and it's Joey Stroop signing off.